Welcome to COVID-19 workout number 4. Here we go. Folks, we're not married to this warm-up, so if there's something that you prefer to do, by all means, have at it for 5 to 7 minutes. Get your heart rate up, elevate your core temperature, but if you need some guidance, please follow along and go at your own pace. Coach Maria is demonstrating jump rope here. Coach Roberto will be demonstrating the air jump rope right after. You can pick one or you can do both. Hey gang, I really wanted to share this graphic I got from our partners at Kind Performance Therapy, and it illustrates your cervical spine, your thoracic spine, and your lumbar spine. Our thoracic spine has a tendency to get locked up just due to our lifestyle. Some of us sit at a desk, some of us have crappy beds, some of us have awful sleeping patterns, a lot of different factors. The drills that we use to address our thoracic mobility are the quadped T-spine rotation, the rolling pattern, the side-lying rotation, the side-lying sweep, the half-kneeling T-spine rotation, among many others. There's a pattern of joint stability and joint mobility that repeats itself throughout our body. I share this information with you for two main reasons. One, to give you the purpose behind the exercises and drills that we do, and two, to educate you. Coach Roberto taking us through our upper body rolling pattern. Remember, disassociate your shoulders from your hips. Shoulders are going to move first, hips are going to move second. For the lower body rolling pattern, the lower body's going to move first, the upper body's going to follow through. You can do a high leg kick like Coach Roberto's doing, or you could simply sweep your leg across your body. Either method works just fine. Coach Craig is taking us through our side-lying sweeps. You're going to do 2 sets of 6 repetitions on each side. Again, tracing that top hand along the turf or the garage or wherever you're doing this, tracing that top hand all the way up and around and all the way back over. Do your best to keep your wrist, elbow, and shoulder blade on the ground as you do this. So trace that wrist all the way over and trace it all the way back. And remember, make sure we inhale as we open, fill up that diaphragm, expand that rib cage, and exhale as you come together. Coach Roberto is taking us through the pigeon pose, and as you see here, you want to make sure that knee and ankle are in alignment. Do your best to try to get your chest to touch your knee. If you need a modification for this, you can elevate that foot that's forward. Use a bench, use a chair, elevate that foot and allow that knee to open up to the side. Coach Roberto is taking us through Spidermans with rotations. He's going to step forward into a lunge. He's going to reach down and then open into the leg that's forward. He's going to step forward with his left. He's going to reach down and then open to the leg that's forward. Roberto's taking us through a vertical band row, and if for some reason you don't have anything to attach your band to, tie a knot and put it in the back of your door jamb. The first version is the tall kneeling position. Tall kneeling refers to having both knees down. This is kind of similar to an inverted row that we normally do with a TRX band, but we're doing it with a band. Half kneeling refers to having one knee down. The last variation is a half kneeling single arm row as opposed to doing the half kneeling two-handed row. Either way works. Please pick a variation and run with it. Coach Caitlin is taking us through shoulder touches. You're going to get in your best possible push-up position. Hands under your chest, right hand's going to touch your left shoulder, left hand's going to touch your right shoulder, bracing your abs without swiveling your hips. You're going to do 12 repetitions on each side. Coach Caitlin's taking us through the hip thrust. Now for this you'll need an ottoman or a chair or any kind of bench you have available. So you're going to dig your shoulder blades into the bench or the ottoman or whatever you're using. You're going to lower your bottom as low as it'll go and then bridge those hips as high as they'll go. If you need resistance, you can use a weight. You could use bands around your knees. You can use bands around your waist, whatever you have access to, but you're doing 15 repetitions. Coach Kyle's taking us through the three-way push-up. So here's all we have to do here. Get in a wide grip, wide stance push-up, 5 of your best repetitions. If you have to go to your knees, go to your knees. When you're done there, 5 regular grip, regular stance, right hands right under your shoulder blades, 5 push-ups. When you're done there, 5 close stance of your best push-ups. Again, if you have to go to your knees, go to your knees. 5 repetitions from each stance. On to reverse lunges with your best posture. Take a deep breath in and step back. Let that back knee lightly touch the ground. Keep your best posture. You could use whatever you want for resistance. You could use a toddler. You could use a kettlebell. You could use a bar. You could use a coffee pot, a coffee cup, whatever you want to use. Coach Craig taking us through the get down. He's going to press that bell up with his right arm, 2 pats on his left leg, and we're going to step back into that half kneeling position. From there, he's going to pivot to his right. His left hand is going to touch his left quad, and he's going to slide down into that bend position. From there, he's going to sweep that leg out. Bottom touches the ground, then comes down to that forearm, and then rolls all the way down, kind of like a rolling pattern there on that last part. Same thing on the other side. He's going to press that bell up with his left hand. He's going to pat his right leg twice and then step back into that half kneeling position. He's going to pivot towards the camera to his left, his right hand on his right quad, and going to slide down into that bend position. From there, he's going to sweep that right leg out. Bottom touches the ground. Down to that forearm, almost like a side plank, and then like a reverse rolling pattern, rolling all the way down. Coach Caitlin taking us through band pushdowns. Those elbows are glued to the side, kind of like the rope attachment on the cable. Arms fully extended for 15 reps. Inhale on the way up, exhale as you extend your arms. Coach Kyle is demonstrating the lying tricep extension. This is a good alternative to the band pushdown if for some reason you don't have a band or a cable attachment to work off of. Focus on bending from your elbow. Try to bring that dumbbell or that kettlebell to the crown of your forehead and extend your arms from there.
Okay.
Coach is giving you the same exercise here. The only difference is the implement. He's giving you a dumbbell instead of a kettlebell. Be creative, people. So you're going for time, you're not going for reps here. So you're going to give me 3 reps on each arm, and then you're going to switch, and you're going to repeat that for the duration of 30 seconds. So 3 on the right, switch, 3 on the left, switch, keep going until 30 seconds are up.
Faithful and brave.
When you're done there, push-up position, mountain climbers, knee to elbow. If you need a modification, you can elevate your position, use a bench, use a table, use a chair, whatever you want. From there, Deadbugs, you're going to connect your elbow or your hand to your med ball or your knee, and then you're going to crunch up and touch the opposite elbow and the opposite knee together. We really want to make sure we get those shoulder blades off the ground for each repetition. Okay, you're doing this for time. You're doing this for 30 seconds. You're going to do 30 seconds on your right side and then 30 seconds on your left side. Coach Kyle is taking us through the modified reverse mountain climbers. He's going to get in his best crab crawl position and bring one knee up at a time without lowering those hips. Just knee up, leg down, demonstrate control when you do this exercise. You're going for 30 seconds. Moving on to the regular reverse mountain climbers. Bridge those hips up as high as you can. One knee up at a time without lowering those hips. Demonstrate control, and if you need to go from an elevated base, you can do that as well.